Okay, so today I'm going to try and do a little thing with my three vintage Music Man basses. These are all from when Leo Fender first started Music Man. Um, kind of walk through what they are and some of the differences between them. Right here, we've got a 78 Stingray in a natural finish black pickguard. Back here, we've got a 79 Sabre sunburst finish black pickguard. And over here we got a 1980 Sabre with an ash body and a kind of a customized pickguard. Okay, first up is the 78 Stingray, and as I mentioned, it's a natural finish, black pickguard, maple neck, the familiar Music Man 3+1 headstock, in this case complete with a cigarette burn. Not mine, I've never smoked. Couple things about the Stingray. As most people know who are familiar with Stingrays, the originals only had one pickup. The new Ernie Ball versions, you can get still the one pickup, or you can get a combination of two different pickups. This one also being the original 78, it's got the string through body bridge. You have to actually string it through the body. There's some basses that have a string through body where you also have an option to string it through the bridge, but this doesn't have that option. You absolutely have to string it through the body. The thing about all three of these Music Man basses that I'm going to go over, they're among the first active basses. So behind this cover here is a 9-volt battery. This one's got the 3-bolt neck joint, and this little pinhole here is to access the tilt-a-neck option. Some of the early basses had that option where you could adjust the action by putting a tool in here and actually tilting the neck backward or forward. The controls on the bass, you've got your volume control here, first control, a treble control here, and the bass control here. I usually play it pretty much with both these controls full on, and a little bit of volume. And I think it's a pretty nice bass. My son plays bass also, and this has become his favorite bass. In fact, I've pretty much given it to him. He uses it for the most part. Most people kind of know the Stingray for its slap tone, and some people think it's kind of a one-trick pony and only does slap tones and not good finger tones. I would beg to differ. I kind of like the finger tone I get out of this, and also the finger tone that I get out of the Sabres, but we'll get to those later. But we'll mess around with this for a while and then show how it's in some cases similar, in some cases different than the two Sabres. So, it's got that built into it. But it's also got, what I think is good finger tone. So, all around, pretty solid bass. Next up is the 79 Sabre. Very similar to the Stingray. It's actually a smaller body style if you see them side by side. Probably the biggest clue, though, is it's got two pickups, two humbucking pickups, instead of just the one in the bridge position that the Stingray has. Also, there's a different bridge. It's a higher mass bridge. It's sort of shaped like a horseshoe. At least the thick sections of the bridge are shaped like a horseshoe. It does not have the string through body like the Stingray does, but you can see the compartment there is where the battery goes. So this one is also a 9-volt battery. These basses did come with either a maple neck like the ones that I have. All three of my Music Man are maple neck, but they did also come with a rosewood neck. So there's still a few of those hanging around. You can see the controls are a little bit different here than they were on the Stingray, largely because of having to control a second pickup. You can see these pickups are a little bit beat up, kind of showing their age here, but they still sound great. But you've got volume, treble, bass, but you've also got a pickup selector. That position is bridge pickup, center position is both pickups, and the up position is neck pickup only. I tend to play it blending the two pickups. And then you've got a switch here that changes whether or not the pickups are in series or in parallel. And to be honest, I don't remember which direction is which. All I know is I tend to play it in the down position. And again, for the most part, I keep my treble and bass pretty much cranked. This white switch here, I call it the do-nothing switch, because quite frankly, when I flip it, it doesn't do a thing. Got two Sabres, both of them have the same switch, neither one of them does a thing. I think it's supposed to have some sort of a tone change, but I've never found it. This one actually is wearing Black Beauty strings, DR Black Beauties, and they are exactly what they say they are. They're black, and in my opinion, they give a beautiful tone. Not that I endorse DR or anything, but I do use their strings a lot, so this is what I use. It's a coated string. It gives it better life. I think it also kind of helps to balance the tone a little bit. So some of the difference that I hear in tone between the Stingray and the two Sabre basses I have, I think a lot of it is due to the strings that I use. So you just heard the Stingray, so let me put this Sabre just in bridge pickup only mode to see how similar or different it sounds to the Stingray. So to me, it seems like it's kind of a heavier sound than the Stingray, even when I'm balancing to just that bridge pickup. So it would seem to be sort of similar to the Stingray, but a little different. I like it most in the center position, where I get both pickups. It's even a little warmer. But it still keeps, a lot of the crisp slap tone. So that's pretty much what we've got with the 1979. Okay, the third member of my Music Man trio is a 1980 Sabre. It's kind of a natural finish, an ash finish without a thick poly finish on it. In fact, you can kind of feel the grain as you touch the wood here. It's got a custom pickguard that I ordered from pickguardheaven.com. It's got the same high mass bridge, horseshoe shaped high mass bridge that the 79 Sabre has. In fact, this bridge is also the same as G&L basses. When Leo left Music Man, he started a third company, and that was G&L, and he uses the same bridge and, quite frankly, the same basic design of the Sabre, including this control panel carried over into the G&L basses. This one's wearing the same DR Black Beauties that the 79 bass is wearing. So really the only difference between these are the finish and the mutes on this one. Now, way back when I first started playing, I had a Music Man Sabre way back when. That's why I got these two. I kind of missed that old bass, so I found these and bought them. But when I had that one, I used to actually use the mutes quite a bit to get kind of a reggae sound out of it, or sometimes to sound a little bit like an upright bass. I don't do that anymore, even though the mutes are on this one. I tend to, go more to palm muting, just kind of having my palm against the strings to mute it. It typically sounds something like this. differences between the 79, the other bass that I just showed, and this one. Right here, you can see a previous owner added a brass nut instead of the white plastic nut that's usually on them, and it's also got a thinner neck. So if you think of it, you know, if you're more familiar with Fender Precision and Fender Jazz, if you think of the 79, the Sunburst one that I showed, it's got kind of a precision neck feel up near the nut, and this one's got more of a jazz bass feel. But that's only in the actual neck width, it's not the profile. Neither one of them has what I would call the kind of baseball bat feel that a precision bass has. Say.